We're on live for the next hour on DuBois TV and streaming live online at jefftech.info. My name is Mr. Otero. This is my colleague.
I'm Jay Steele.
And today she's a colleague. On any other given day, she is a student of mine in the Digital Media Arts program here at Jeff Tech. For those of you who are not aware of what Jeff Tech is and what it is that you are watching, Skylar, let's go ahead and go over to the secondary cam so you can see the overhead view of the career fair. Go ahead and pull that up. Excellent. What we're doing, thank you, Skylar Young, manning our control center. We're broadcasting live from the gym in Jeff Tech. And Jade, tell us a little bit about the career fair. Why do we do this each year?
Our Jeff Tech Career Fair has been going on for 2 years now. Every year we bring in 30 to 40 employers to talk to our students about potential co-op opportunities, what they're looking for in an employee, and to give our students an experience of what it takes to get a job out in the workforce.
And it's so cool to see all these young students who, on any given day, they're teenagers.
Yeah.
You're wearing jeans. You're wearing, I don't know, what do you guys wear these days?
Leggings,
hoodies,
boots,
t-shirts, sweatshirts. And today we go around. It's so awesome to see all these young people taking their careers so seriously, dressing up, dressed for success, out there meeting employers, right?
I see a lot of handshaking. I like it.
A lot of handshaking, a lot of resumes, people talking and finding out what it takes to make a career in that given pathway. Now, I understand that today we have a wide range of people to be speaking with us live on the air, and I'm wondering, our scheduler over here.
Our first one's Mr. Philman.
Our first interview.
Hi everyone, once again I'm Jade Steele and I'm coming to you live from the Jeff Tech Gymnasium, and now I have our director Mr. Barry Philman here. Hi Barry, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, how are you?
I like this new mic thing. I remember last year we had to go back and forth with the mics.
That's right.
I like having two mics.
You're number 2.
So this is our second annual career fair. Will you tell the audience a little bit about why you think the career fair is so important and why you are the one that started this career fair? Because before you, we didn't have a career fair.
Well, I think to me the biggest thing importance-wise is the fact that industry drives what we do here at Jeff Tech, and it's interesting to have the chance for students to hear from employers exactly what they're looking for and kind of reinforce a lot of what they're doing in their classrooms. And we also find that a lot of students actually walk out of here with a job offer in a day or some part-time work at least, and I think that's what we're about, with a goal to have every student be employed their senior year. And I think it's just a unique opportunity to marry all that in one event.
And you said something about going out into the workforce. We have a program here, co-op, which is cooperative education, which is run by our very own Mrs. Rose Weaver. Will you tell us a little bit about what co-op is?
Again, co-op is a program where a student will spend at least part of their day out with an employer, actually training on the job specific to, for instance, if a student is taking the automotive technology course, they're going to learn a lot of the general principles, they're going to learn how to work on vehicles, but actually getting out into some of our employers and learning the finer points specific to a make and model, or if they work in a transmission shop or something like that, they actually get that extended learning experience, and they're also making money while they're doing it.
I remember you told me last year you wanted to have our entire hallway filled. Is that our goal for next year, to have the entire hallway filled too?
Yeah, we'll definitely get there with a little more work, and the interesting thing is that a lot of these people returned from last year, so that shows that they saw the merit in the event and really enjoyed meeting our students, and I think that's the biggest takeaway.
Do you have anything else that you would like to add to our little interview here? I know we talk a lot. So I'm sure you'll probably be back later.
Yeah, I'll come back around, but it's just nice to see this vision of Jeff Tech, very responsive to the community, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about it.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Barry Philman.
Thank you.
All right.
And we'll remind you are watching the second annual career fair at Jeff Tech. Jefferson County DuBois AVTS, located in Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania, proudly supporting the students and the communities of DuBois, Brockway, Brookville, and Punxsutawney. We will be back in just a few short minutes with our next interview. Skylar Young, manning the controls. Thank you so much, Jade Steele. flying co-pilot with me today. Excellent interview with Mr. Fillman. Jesse Diven on photography. Lexi Douglas out there on B-roll. We got DJ Brooke Olvin here spinning music for us. This is awesome. Hey, while we're on it, we should remind people that we're going to be live at the Du Bois Mall tomorrow, February 27th, all day long with this live broadcast.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm JC, and I'm coming to you live from the Jefftech Gymnasium, and I have Nikisha here. And Nikisha, what shop are you in?
I'm in cosmetology.
Cosmetology. Tell me a little bit about cosmetology.
Cosmetology is, it's more like, it's not as easy as everybody thinks. It's more difficult because you got to think about all the diseases and, like, dry scalp, anything like that. It's more difficult.
And you have to touch feet. I hate feet so much. I could never touch feet, ever. It would be like...
Well, here's the way to think about it. Hands, they touch everything. They touch doors. I mean, they go up your nose, things like that. Feet, they just sit in your shoes. They don't really do anything.
So would you rather do a manicure or a pedicure?
I'd rather do a pedicure.
You'd rather do a pedicure?
Yes.
Okay, well, if I ever need anybody to do my toes, I'll let you know. So are you a freshman this year?
Yes.
You're a freshman, and so how do you like Jefftech?
I love it. I think everybody here is nice. I like cosmetology a lot because, like, you have a good portion of the day
move
to.
your microphone up here a little bit. There you go.
You have a good portion of the day to, like, have your time to do hair, and I mean, especially if you like the thing that you're doing. Like, I'm doing cosmetology. I love to do it, so. I mean, doing the thing that you like to do, it's more easier.
Absolutely, and I'm doing what I love right now, broadcasting. I'm in digital media. I watched my girl Faith, throw you over here. Now, were you dancing? Did I see dancing? Was I dancing? We're gonna just jam out on live TV. So I'm gonna bring Faith over here. Faith, come on over here. I'm gonna bring my photographer over. Everybody, this is Faith Hannah. She's a freshman in my shop. And Faith, tell me a little bit about our own shop, Digital Media.
Well, you do tons of anything that you want from technology, from photography, video production, audio production, graphic design. Personally, I am into photography, and I have learned Photoshop.
Trying to steal my thunder
as
a photographer.
And I really love my shop because I've always wanted to be a photographer, and the programs that I'm learning to edit my photos and produce them has really helped me for my future. So.
All right. Well, thank you, girls. And I have my next person here today. Thank you, guys. Can you tell me a little bit about what Care Unlimited is?
Absolutely, Jade. Care Unlimited is a home health agency out of Du Bois. We specialize in private duty nursing. We take care of patients from pediatrics through geriatrics, so all age groups, all diagnoses. They may be acutely ill, they may have behavioral disorders. You name it, we can do it, we can take care of it. And we go into the patient's home, private duty nursing. So we go into the patient's home and take care of the patients right in the privacy of their own home.
So is this your first time here at Jefftech?
I've been here a few times.
And what do you think about the school?
I love this school. What a great group of kids, great group of teachers, and they really know what they're doing. They really have their pulse on the needs of the communities, the businesses around Du Bois.
And this is our second annual career fair. And what do you see as the importance as career fairs for technical students? It's the National Career and Technical Education Month, obviously, and we all know that's important. But as far as it goes for career fairs, especially for career and technical schools, why do you think that's so important for us to get out into the workforce at such a young age?
I think it's an excellent opportunity for you to meet the area businesses, see what those businesses need, and be able to, when you graduate, you're able to get a job immediately, and because you know exactly what they're looking for. Absolutely.
Are you looking to sign anybody on co-op today, or at least talk about an opportunity with one of our students?
I'm absolutely always looking for new employees at Care Unlimited. Yes.
And that's what this is about, is, getting us out there. All right, do you have anything else for our little interview today before I
think that we've pretty much covered everything that we've needed.
All right, well, thank you again so much, Michelle. It was a pleasure to meet you.
You are watching live coverage of the Jeff Tech Annual Career Fair, live from the gymnasium of Jefferson County Du Bois AVTS in Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania, proudly serving the school districts of Punxsutawney, Du Bois, Brookville, and Brockway. And we will be live with more interviews in just a few moments. We'll remind you that you can get more information on our incredible school at jefftech.info. My name is Mr. Sam Atero, and I'm here with
I'm Jade Steele.
And we are part of the Digital Media Arts program. The concept of career and technical education, Jade. Explain why this is such a wonderful pathway in general for students that are looking to go into the real world very shortly. Why is Jeff Tech the school to be?
Career and technical education, or our shop in general?
Well, we're talking about Jeff Tech today. They can learn more about our shop down the road.
All right. Well, Jeff Tech is an absolutely incredible school for anybody who wants to go into the workforce right out of high school. You have the opportunity to choose from one of 14 absolutely incredible programs, ranging from cosmetology to protective services to health assisting and career and technical.
It's right behind you.
Oh,
look at that!
Right there.
We'll go right down them on.
Automotive collision repair technology, automotive repair technology, building trades, computer network engineering, computer technology, cosmetology, culinary arts, digital media arts, drafting design and engineering, health assisting, HVAC and refrigeration, machine shop, protective services, and welding and metal fabrication technology. And I think I'm having my good friend Miss Red come over here, and you're in my spot.
We're grabbing people up off of the floor here. Mrs. Red, dedicated teacher here at Jeff Tech, but more than just teachers. We all do so much for this school, and Mrs. Red is integral in putting together our skills competition. So why don't we talk skills real quick while we're waiting on our next interview?
As he said, I'm the Skills USA advisor here at Jeff Tech. Skills USA is a national organization for career and technical students. Students from all over the district compete, state, and at the national level. And actually, Jade, you did compete for photography.
I did. I came second in the district.
But all of our shop areas have different areas they can compete, such as criminal justice, first aid CPR, health assisting, computer technology. It's a wonderful opportunity for our students. If they win at the district level, then they can move on to the states. If they win states, they can move on to the national competition.
And are you hoping to have someone go to nationals again?
Oh, I'm always hoping for that.
All right. Well, thank you for just kind of
Thank you for having me.
up. I'll talk to you later, Miss Red, but you look incredible as always.
Honestly, I'm just here today just checking things out, connecting with some alumni, because if you didn't know, a lot of your faculty here at Jeff Tech are Clarion grads.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
a lot
who?
of them became teachers. I've had several stop by. I don't know them all by name. I wish I did, but if they're around today, they should stop by because I have tons of goodies for them.
I will definitely make an announcement about that next.
Yeah.
All right. So I interviewed a couple of your students last year. So you understand the importance of career and technical education, and I know that, but I don't know if everybody else knows that. Can you tell everybody what your look on career and technical education is?
Okay, so the biggest thing I want to share with you, if I only have a minute, is that Clarion University values career and technical education. We even offer up to 9 credits for the work that you do here at Jeff Tech.
Really? That's incredible.
That's almost $3,000, Jade. $3,000. It's 9 credits. That's 3 college classes that you wouldn't have to take if you come to Clarion and study one of our majors that goes along with that program.
Oh my God.
So students need to come talk to me at Clarion and find out about it. It's called the SOAR program.
I think I'm about to go talk to Clarion.
Right? So we definitely value what you do.
That is $3 grand. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and we know college is expensive, so we're trying to help, especially some of our tech students that come to us and they're not quite sure how much money they want to spend on college or education, but we know that you need it to go on to the next step, so we're going to try and help you as much as we can. Plus, we have like $2 million that was given out last year in scholarships. So
oh my gosh.
there's definitely some money out there for you. We know that a lot of the students here are high achieving and maybe don't think they're college bound, but I see that, they have the potential, so they need to come talk to me.
I will absolutely make sure that everyone come talk to you. Were you here last year for a career fair?
I was, and I'll tell you what, the soup was even better this year.
The soup? I didn't get to try the soup. I haven't got to leave this little sticker.
I
over
know,
here.
you're stuck here.
Yeah, it's like it's tape. I can't move.
Yeah, and the light is very warm, but this
light
is
is
such
very
a bright
warm.
spot over here.
Yeah.
It has so much energy. You guys work really, really hard.
Thank you. And you've seen our studio, and unfortunately we weren't able to get our broadcast going up on the studio. I mean, tell the audience a little bit about digital media in general. Like, what have you seen here? Like, why is digital media so important?
Okay, I love your digital media program because the students are actually doing all of the work. Now, when I was in high school, I did it too, but a lot of high schools don't have a broadcasting class or curriculum. So you guys are extremely lucky that you have the facility that you do to learn all the hands-on skills. When I went to Clarion, I chose Clarion because they had a facility there and they wanted me to do all the hands-on work.
That's awesome.
And you don't want to stop now. You don't want to
No.
go sit in classes and not touch a camera or not touch a microphone or be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Clarion does that. They put students wherever. You could be a weather girl. First semester freshman, you don't have to wait until you're a senior.
I can just go on
Right?
a green screen.
You've got the arm for it. No, they'll give you a camera. You can continue doing the exact work that you're doing in class now at Jeff Tech as you walk on campus at Clarion. That's what I loved. I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to wait.
Absolutely incredible. I love that. I'm a junior now, but I'm definitely going to be, going on and checking out. And I guess, do you have anything else to say for our little interview here? I've loved talking to you. You've been the most, you have so much energy, and
Well,
great.
I'll tell you what, this is one of my favorite things to do because when I was at Clarion, I loved being in front of the camera. I also loved being behind the camera, and I loved editing. And I just love your class. So I love being over here, and I just see how passionate you are about it. Did you see WTAJ here earlier?
I did. I talked to them earlier, yeah.
Okay, I interned there when I was in high school.
Oh, my God. Can I intern there?
They have internship programs. I think it's a little far for you here in Du Bois to drive to their location. They may have an office nearby. Check into it. It was an amazing internship.
That's awesome.
I got to go on high speed, get to the story fast. Big car blew up somewhere. A sheet's burnt down. So, there's a lot of fun things to do in internships.
That's awesome. We have our next guest.
All right. Thank you so much. Jade, it was good to see you.
Is this your first time here at the Jeff Tech Career Fair?
It is. Yes, it is.
Is this your first time here at Jeff Tech?
Yes, it is.
What is your first impression of Jeff Tech?
I'm very, very impressed. I've been asking a lot of the students how the programs run, so I've been very impressed with the students and how the setup is of the school.
Was it different from what you expected?
Yes. I didn't realize it was a high school level, which is kind of nice that they're certified coming right out of high school.
Absolutely. And so we're talking a lot about career and technical education. February is National Career and Technical Education Month. So we have been doing a heck of a lot of stuff for the paper. We were featured on local news channels. What do you see the value of career technical education?
My personal opinion for career technical is it's huge. It needs to be more and more throughout. I mean, four-year college is wonderful as well, but there's a great need in industry, and we are a high industry area, so the technical aspect is very good.
So from what shop area would you have a student from?
We are looking mainly at the precision machining
Precision
here,
machining.
But as well as the building trades. I know a lot of them think it's all building houses, but we have a home maintenance department that does a lot of those same types of activities.
Awesome, and I'm getting rushed again.
Okay.
So thank you so much
All right,
for
nice
coming
to meet you.
around,
Thank
and
you.
I will see you later. Okay. Explain what junior achievement is.
Junior Achievement is this company. It helps budding businesses through schools. We actually got a grant of about $5,000, I believe, to buy a printer, and we got some more grants to buy a direct-to-garment printer and a heat press that helps us make these shirts.
So with all of that and making these shirts, you can. I'll help you guys hold that up. This is incredible. I want one. Where do I get one? How do I get one?
We're going to be giving them out eventually at some point. I'm not sure when.
We're going to be selling them in the IT Academy eventually. We don't know when. We kind of need to get the school store up and running. Right now, we're currently we're getting orders, selling them to businesses and things.
All right, so at one point or another, I'm going to be able to get one of these because this is kind of cool and I kind of want one. So you guys are both juniors here in computer technology, and so I'm loving what you guys are doing. I see you guys working every single day. You guys are doing great. Thank you guys for coming on with me.
Thank you too.
I know you can't shake hands.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak here.
All right. Tell me a little bit about what you think of the career fair. Like, is this your first time here?
This is my first time here. I had coworkers in the past attend this, so.
All right, so what is your first impression of Jeff Tech?
I think it's a great school for like so many students who are more of a technology-minded students who, you know, it provides opportunities for them that maybe otherwise they wouldn't have.
So what do you see as the value of career and technical education?
Oh my gosh, I think that any type of education, regardless if it's a technical or, you know, four-year institution or, you know, anything is better than nothing. So
right.
I think it's absolutely critical for students to have some form of higher education.
And you've been talking to a lot of students today about possibilities over at Penn State?
Yep, able to talk to them about some of the opportunities that they have, what they're going to need to get into Penn State, and we see a lot of Jeff Tech students come through Penn State Du Bois.
So tell me a little about the new art program here at Jeff Tech.
Well, the new art program, we have sophomores and seniors in art classes, and they're working on the different elements and principles of design and coming up with some very creative work. We featured some of our students in an art show back in January, and it was up for a month.
I was one of those.
Yes, you were definitely in that art show with your photography. That was amazing.
Thank you.
We also have 10 students that were published in an art book. That's coming out this March.
Was it one of my own Kirsten in that? Was Kirsten in that?
Kirsten is definitely in that with the digital media ceiling tile.
That's awesome. I'll have to get her over here in a second.
And then we have Mindy here, and she's been one of my starring artists in class as well, and working on a project in Mrs. Mulholland's room that she could even talk about as well.
Yeah. So Mindy, do you want to talk about this project that you're doing for
Right now I'm working on painting quotes on Miss Mulholland's wall. They're positive quotes that she chose.
You came up with what font? You came up with the font?
Yeah, we chose the font. It's a lot of work. It's taken a lot of time.
That's awesome. That's absolutely incredible. And so you're not only just the art teacher here, you're also a math instructor, and you're the person I go to when I have no idea what I'm doing all the time. You're my favorite. You really are my favorite. I came to you earlier, and I was like trying to look at my shoes, and I was running around in flat Nike sandals, because that's always fun.
Yeah.
All right, do you have anything else to say to everybody at home? Because we're on live television still, apparently.
We're just trying to get our students ready for their career field and boosting some of that creativity for them to use when they graduate from Jeff Tech.
All right. Well, thanks, Ms. Jaggage, for coming on, and thank you, Mindy. All right.
We are here live in the career fair at the gymnasium in Jefferson County, Du Bois, AVTS, better known locally as Jeff Tech. We're here with one of my colleagues, fellow instructor, English instructor, Sheena Smelko. Sheena, come on over here to your mark right here and tell us a little bit about what you got going on for this wonderful school.
So you are our English instructor, and
yes.
Tell us a little bit what you're doing, you know.
Well, we're doing several things in the English program. I'm trying to integrate as much as possible with the different CTE areas. One of the things that we are currently working on is some of my students will be going into culinary arts with Mr. Galuzzi. And he's going to teach non-culinary art students how to cook different things in his shop.
Oh, awesome. That's absolutely incredible.
Yes. And I'm also working with Mrs. Kerr on doing some auto body projects with the students that would incorporate some of the things they're doing in my class as well.
Absolutely. And you've seen the controlled chaos around here, obviously.
Yes, it's awesome. I love it.
It's chaos, but it's going good. And you look absolutely incredible. All right. It was nice talking to you.
Thanks,
And I think Tara's going to hop back up on here. All right. And again, I'm Jay Steele, and I'm coming to you live from the Jeff Tech Gymnasium for our 2016 second annual career fair. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Jeff Tech, the school of choice.
Jeff Tech offers quality, real-world education in some of today's hottest career and technical pathways, serving students of Du Bois, Punxsutawney, Brookville, and Brockway school districts. Apply today for the 2017 school year.
Are you an employer looking for quality entry-level employees? Visit our site at jefftech.info to learn about our cooperative education program.
Learn more about Jeff Tech at our new mobile-friendly website, Jeff Tech, the school of choice.
Again, you are watching the live stream from our annual career fair at Jeff Tech. My name is Mr. Otero, and I teach digital media at this incredible school. 14 full-time programs, but lest we forget, we don't want to forget, importance of adult education, because, you know, Jade Steele, education should be a lifelong endeavor. Would you not agree?
I totally agree.
We don't stop learning just because we're getting older, right?
Right.
Absolutely. So, speaking of growing older and moving along in life, what about those that have graduated from Jeff Tech? They know the value of this incredible school. They're out in the community. They're doing wonderful things in business and for the community. We want you, if you are a Jeff Tech alumni, to get activated and motivated to work with us to promote the school. So we're making a big push now for our Alumni Association. Here to tell us a little bit about it, Mr. Dave Rischel.
Hi, Mr. Rischel. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
All right, and you're here to tell us a little about the Alumni Association?
Yeah, a little bit today. We're here at the career fair, Jeff Tech, and a lot of alumni are out there. We want to get you involved in Jeff Tech, the new Jeff Tech. We need your input and your to sign up. If you go on our website, as you see on the screen, under the tab Alumni, and go in, and there's just a short survey they fill out, and you're registered, you're good to go. And also, if you want to get one of these cool t-shirts, just made up by our DMTs, they're available on the website as well.
Awesome, that's absolutely incredible. And do you have anything else to say about the Alumni Association, or you think you're good?
I think we just need you. Jeff Tech's on a move to improve, get better, and we need all the input we can get from past graduates. We know you're out there. We just need to hear from you. So get on there, log in, and register.
All right, well, thank you, mister.
Okay, thank you.
So, is this your first time here at Jeff Tech?
It is.
What's your first impression of Jeff Tech?
I think it has a lot of opportunities for the young people.
And Mr. Terrace is talking about you going into protective services and working with them, that you're affiliated with them?
As of right now, no, but we have a lot of other people coming in and talking to us today about job opportunities when they graduate.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's what, or even before they graduate, we have a co-op, which is cooperative education, where juniors and seniors are able to go out into the workforce at a young age. What is the importance of career and technical education?
Well, they absolutely have to have a high school diploma before they can go anywhere in law enforcement.
Absolutely. Anywhere at all, anymore.
And if they want to look at like the state police, they have to have 2 years of college.
Really?
Sheriff's office, you don't need any college, but you have to have 19 weeks of Sheriff's Academy to be able to be a sheriff's officer, sheriff's deputy.
I didn't know that. My dad's a corrections officer, so I mean.
They have their own academy.
They have their own academy. Okay,
Yep.
well that's.
Everybody has their own set of training and requirements.
And do you have anything else for the good of the order today?
Not really. I just wish these young people good luck in their endeavors.
I do too. All right. Thank you so much.
Again, you're watching Jeff Tech live, streaming out over our website at jefftech.info online. You can also catch this on local cable television. A lot of people aren't aware of this, ladies, but we have a local education and government channel that was started and facilitated by Jeff Tech and managed by Jeff Tech for the city of Du Bois. So this is quite literally being streamed. When I say we're on live TV, not just the internet, it's literally on TV as well. Cable channel 19 and on Comcast in Sandy Township and Du Bois, as well as in Treasure Lake on Zeno Media Channel 4. So say hello to our viewing audience out there on cable television. Ladies, tell us a little bit about your program. First off, tell us your name and what program you're in.
Hi, my name's Brianna Kelsey, and I am in health assisting, and I'm a senior in the shop.
Terrific. A senior. Wow. Congratulations. How about you?
I'm Ashley Larson. I'm also in health assisting, and I'm only a sophomore.
Tell us a little bit about your health assisting program. Okay, we think health assisting, we automatically think, right, nurses, right? Tell us a little bit more about the scope of your program. What kind of jobs is your health assisting program going to prepare you for?
Honestly, what we do is we more focus on being a CNA, which is something amazing because we can go out into the work field, especially whenever we turn in our junior year and our senior year, we can actually go out into the work field and we can work either in the nursing home, in the hospital, any place that wants CNAs, which is actually pretty much anywhere. So we can work anywhere. And
Well, you say CNEs for those in our viewing audience that may not be aware of that term. What does that mean?
it's a certified nursing assistant, which is kind of like a broad spectrum, but we do a basis of skills. Like we do pretty much the daily things that like what you do in the morning. Like we brush our teeth in the morning, we change our clothes, stuff like that. That's
Personal
what we do.
care.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
Yep.
Excellent. And now if you want to go on, why don't you tell us a little bit about beyond the entry-level positions, this education could prepare you for what type of pathway if you want to further your education outside of Jeff Tech?
It could prepare you to be an RN, which is a registered nurse, and all kinds of hospital engineers and nurses and that. But it could also prepare you for like the nursing home stuff and that.
You guys like the field? You like helping people?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, for our viewing audience that may not be very familiar with Jeff Tech, this is why we do these programs, to educate the people about what a wonderful school this is and what we do for the community. Because we're more than just teaching students a trade or a craft. You're also serving the community. And one of our partners right here, Christ the King Manor, I know they employ quite a few folks on co-op, but you guys also do what we call service days. You go out into the community and you help the community. Tell us a little bit about that and your affiliation with some of the other groups in the area.
Well, here I actually work at Christ the King Manor, so I actually know what it's like.
You're co-op.
Yep,
Great.
I'm on
well,
co-op.
Tell us about that. What's it like in the
well,
doing this in the real world?
Co-op is absolutely amazing because you actually get to leave at like a designated time, which I normally don't leave till later because I don't start work until 2. But this way it kind of like gets us out into the work field to actually get to know like what it's like to actually have a CNA. Like whenever you're out there in the actual nursing home just getting experience, you're not really getting what like whenever you go out for clinicals, then you're not really like being able to do everything. But once we get our CNAs, then we can actually go out into the work field and do whatever we really want.
Now this is once you receive that level and you're
CNA,
hired. You're talking about being hired on co-op. But what about other students? Don't you guys go out and do service days as well, right? And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we will go to the nursing home with cosmetology and have service days where we go and we visit.
So you
with
do
the
this
residents.
with another program with the girls from
Yes.
Cosmo.
Yes.
That's great.
We will go and talk to the residents and like get used to what it's like to work in a nursing home and that before we go and take our CNA.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And what do you think about that experience?
I think it's truly amazing.
Yeah?
It's awesome getting to work hands-on with actual humans instead of mannequins.
And I bet you these residents really, really appreciate it too.
Yeah, you can sit down and talk for hours.
Well, you ladies, you're a credit to your profession, credit to our school and to our community, to the lovely young students of Jeff Tech Health Assisting Program. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Mr. Hawk. How are you doing?
Very well. How are you doing today?
All right, I'm doing good. It's kind of bright, kind of tired, but I'm hanging in there. All right. So this is not your first time in Jeff Tech?
No.
No.
I'm
You're here
quite often.
Yeah. What do you think of the school? Like, what is your impression of the school?
Oh, I think the school is really doing well. Last couple of years, we've made some huge strides.
Absolutely.
Down here at Jeff Tech. The kids are getting jobs, and they're good paying jobs in the area. So we're very happy with what's going on down here.
And what is your position, here?
Well, first of all, I'm the superintendent of schools at Brockway.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, and then I'm also the superintendent in charge of Jeff Tech. That usually works on a rotating basis, but I've been at Jeff Tech here in that position like for 4 years now.
All right. Well, so every couple years it rotates from a different school district?
It's supposed to, but I've kept it for 4 years because some of the other superintendents have changed jobs. And I really needed to have consistency down here at Jeff Tech.
Absolutely.
And you can see how that consistency with Mr. Philman has really paid off.
The consistency with Mr. Philman has been absolutely incredible. So what do you think is the importance of career and technical education?
Well, I grew up a son of a bricklayer, so I know all about vocational education. And And that's how I got through college, was laying brick and block. So I know how important it is, not only just for a summer job, but for a career. And I know the kids that are graduating here that are good students are getting good paying jobs, and they're not going into debt, and that's huge. We have too many of our students going to secondary schools and getting too heavily into debt. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming over.
Bye-bye.
And this is Daniel Hawkins, and we are coming to you live from the Jeff Tech Gymnasium for our 2016 Career Fair. We'll be right back.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm out there fishing for you, Jade. We got a couple more guests here that represent Helpmates, and they're going to talk a little bit about their affiliation with Jeff Tech. Come on up here, ladies.
Hi, I'm Jade.
Hi, Jade. My name is Sharon Engel. I work with Helpmates as an independent contractor, and I have Penny with me from Helpmates today.
Absolutely. All right. Well, hi, guys. Okay, so explain what Helpmates is.
Helpmates is
in-home
health care. We assist with personal care needs and in-home assist with their cleaning and any home management needs that they may need. We at times transport them.
And so is this you guys' first time here?
Yes.
Is your first time? What is you guys' first impression of this amazing school?
It's very nice, very social group.
As far as the job fair goes, and I've attended many job fairs in the past, this is very well attended, lots of employers and lots of job seekers. Great job.
Absolutely. At Jeff Tech, our biggest motive is to go out on co-op our junior and senior year. So when kids see this as an opportunity to get out there, to put themselves out there and get a job and not be working, in fast food or in retail, but be working out in the field that they love and their passion, even before they graduated.
I will say the healthcare industry is probably one of the most up-and-coming industries as far as industries are concerned. There's so much need right now and in the future for home health and for home health care. So it's a great field to start exploring and actually get into. I know that Helpmates is very good at promoting within. Most all their managers have come in from the field, so that's an awesome career opportunity for some of these young folks.
So would you describe, what is your opinion on the value and importance of career and technical education?
I'll speak on behalf of my experience with Jeff Tech and career technical education. It's a great way for young people to get their feet wet in a particular career, which helps move them into school to work and also maybe some other degree work. So I think it's very, very valuable, especially for the younger kids today.
And you guys have anything else for our little interview here? It was nice to meet you, Sharon and Penny, and I have them here from Helpmates, and we're going to be right back. We are coming to you live from the Jeff Tech Gymnasium. I'm Jade Steele.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Digital Media Arts program at Jeff Tech. DMA is a fun and unique program that takes students beyond design theory and puts them in the real world. DMA prepares students for work in the entertainment industry and business world, making videos, shooting and editing photographs, producing audio, and also designing digital marketing materials. Get the edge you need to become a professional web and graphic designer, audio and video producer, photographer, illustrator, animator, or marketing specialist. Become a professional digital media artist and let your dreams take flight. Visit us online at dmastudio.net.
So you are the adult education
coordinator.
coordinator.
Yes, that is my
here
official
at,
title.
Here at Jeff Tech. And tell us a little about the new LPN and CDL programs here.
Okay, well the CDL program is brand new here to Jeff Tech. We're going to be starting it here in March. Our first class is scheduled to begin on March the 14th.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome. We have partnered with a truck driving company out of Brookville called Barber Trucking. So we will be doing it in partnership with them. We're very excited to get started, get students into training. We have some very high hopes for the program in the future. Also, one of our very popular programs is our Licensed Practical Nursing program. Very strong program there. It is a full year program, 1 year in length. Students typically start in the fall, early September, and will graduate midsummer. So that's a program that enrollment is open, of course, for both of those programs now.
And so the first, but CDL is completely new to us now.
Brand new.
It's
brand new.
So is the class going to be taught here though, correct?
It's not actually going to be taught here. Classes are actually going to happen at Barber Trucking in Brookville.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because I know we have the LPN
Yes.
facility here.
Yes, that's correct.
I've worked hand in hand with them before.
Yeah, the nurses are here. The nurses do train here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do you think, you work in adult education, you see, so what do you think the importance of not just adult education, but also, what we're doing here is so important,
It is very important. I think that, career and technical education is, very popular in this area. People wanting to learn a trade. Maybe those who aren't necessarily interested in attending college, we have the opportunity in some of the programs that, might better fit their needs and wants.
And do you have anything else to add to our little interview today? I know Mr. Terra kind of just threw you on the spot
He
here.
kind of did.
That's just what he does.
Yeah,
That's just what he does.
That's
I'm
okay.
so used
That's
to it.
okay. We'll get through it. But yeah, of course, those two programs, of course, are our most popular. But all of our programs here at Jeff Tech, whether they be a secondary program or a post-secondary program, we do try to make sure that we are offering programs that are in high demand, where careers are available for all these students. All of our programs are considered high-priority occupations for our region. So we are doing programs and training seminars and different things that are relevant, that students can graduate from and get employment. That, of course, is our most important goal.
All right, and let's try to do this handshake the right way
let's
this
try
time.
it the right way.
There we go.
Thanks,
and thank
Jade.
you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Bundy. So, this is not your first time here at Jeff Tech. I think I've worked with you in the past. Correct. Will you explain the importance of the career and technical education that you think, in your own opinion?
I think it's a great technical school because a lot of kids can come in and get a great education as well as a technical career that they can go out and probably have a leg up on their competition of other people looking in that job field.
Absolutely. And you work with The Style for You. Is that your own business?
Correct. I'm a sole proprietor.
So would you, be willing to take a cosmetology student on co-op with you,
Actually, yes, and I actually have 2 students that work for me now.
Really?
In the present. Correct.
That's absolutely incredible. Because I know co-op is such a big part of, what we all strive for. We all strive, when we're junior and senior, to get out there and to work, not working, in restaurant service or, in retail, but working in the jobs that we love and working in, the places that we're best at. So what is your opinion of Jeff Tech here?
What do I think of? What?
The school. What do you think
I
of?
think it's great. I've volunteered here and been on the board for 5 years. I also have my own son that was a student here that graduated from Auto Body
That's
in
awesome.
2010.
That's great.
So I've definitely had a great respect for this school.
Thank you so
Great,
much for
thank
coming
you.
over.
Appreciate
And
it.
I've
Thank
been
you.
seeing you over here, and I'll definitely come by and talk to you in a little bit later.
Great, thank
All right, thank you. And that was Miss Cindy Haynes from A Style for You. And again, I'm Jade Steele. I'm coming to you live from the Jeff Tech Gymnasium for our 2nd annual career fair, and we'll be right back. So you work for First Media. You are First Media Radio, I should say.
I work for First Media Radio, which is our corporate for about 5 radio stations. Q102 being the monster country station in the market. 93.1 QIX plays all today's hit music. We have an AM station in Clearfield, 900 WCPA. And then we've got a pair of rock stations, 95.9 and 101.3 ZDB.
I'm glad that you know all of that offhand.
Yeah, pretty good. We're very blessed to be probably the market leader in radio.
Absolutely.
We've got all the different formats, so doesn't matter what you listen to, you're probably listening to one of our stations.
Well, my mom listens to Q102 all the time, so I always have to hear it in the car.
That's
So
a good thing, right?
it's always a good. Of course, it's a good thing. First Media Radio is my favorite always. So what do you see as the importance of career and technical education?
Well, the amazing things that happen here at Jeff Tech overall, and then the amazing things that Mr. Otero, Bob Walker, some of the other people who I have not had the pleasure of meeting, with the amazing digital department and audio video program that you have here at Jeff Tech just amazes me.
It amazes me too. It's just so, when I came here in 8th grade, I had no idea that my life I would be on live television doing this. Absolutely no clue.
Absolutely. And that's the amazing thing. The opportunity like that never existed. And in fact, I went to Jeff Tech back in 1972.
No way. No way.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
I graduated.
Where's your alumni shirt?
I know. In fact, I just got the form to buy one, so I'm going to get myself an old Jeff Tech alumni shirt.
You totally should.
That they tell me they're created right here.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Up in computer technology.
Amazing.
They got their own t-shirt press. They got everything up there.
So
I watch them make it, and I'm just like, how do you do that?
It's kind of nice to be back here today to see what is going on here at Jeff Tech. Light years ahead of way back when we were the first 3-year graduating class, actually.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know Mr. Doan then? You know Mr. Doan?
Mr. Doan taught. I actually had Mr. Doan as a teacher back in 1970.
Well, Mr. Doan is still a teacher
I
here.
saw that. He said 45 years and he still enjoys it.
He loves it.
That's terrific.
He absolutely
To have
loves it.
someone with that kind of ongoing passion, it's terrific.
It's absolutely incredible.
I hope your students all benefit from it like we did.
I mean, he teaches the English seniors now, so.
Yep. He's an amazing guy, so it was good to see him here.
All right, well, thank you so much.
You are welcome, Jade.
And
Thank you.
I will be in
Good luck to you and all
Thank
the
you.
Jeff Tech students.
All right, thank you. All right, so you are from Christ King Manor, and you have 3 students that have now graduated from Jeff Tech. That's absolutely incredible.
That's great. I'm the director of HR, so I do the staffing, and absolutely, we participate with the co-op program here at Jeff Tech, and that's how I met Stacy and Alyssa and Corey. And so proud, last year they were students walking around, and now I have them here, and they're talking to some of the students about what they do.
That's awesome. And I'm going to go to Corey first. You graduated from health assisting last year as well. You were one of the 3 who graduated from health assisting. You graduated? Okay. I thought you graduated from health assisting as well. And you came back to as an LPN. What is so incredible about Jeff Tech that made you want to come back?
They were really helpful with trying to find my career decision, and I like Jeff Tech. I don't know.
And then Alyssa. Yeah. You're also in the practical nursing. What impact did Jeff Tech have on you as well that made you want to come back?
Well, I got my CNA through the health assisting program, so I just wanted to keep on going and get my LPN. So that's why I went to the LPN program here at Jeff Tech.
And Stacy, you graduated from Jeff Tech and health assisting program as well, but you did not go on to the LPN, right?
No.
No. All right. Where are you in secondary school now, or?
I'm not going to school. I just came back from the Army, so.
That's absolutely incredible. That's great. Well, thank you for your service, obviously, and thank you guys all. And Michelle, you see the importance of career and technical education, and we talked earlier, but what the value of Jeff Tech. Tell everybody at home what the value of Jeff Tech is. You met these 3 great kids, from Jeff Tech.
Absolutely. Well, in long-term care, I look at it as trying to attract this next generation to really want to work in long-term care and take care of our residents, because the number of people needing care is increasing to get larger and larger. And so it's wonderful to have this next generation that's available that wants to work in long-term care. And working with Jeff Tech, we love being a learning environment for the students at Jeff Tech.
This is the team from Christ King Manor here at the Jeff Tech Career Fair live at the Jeff Tech Gymnasium. We'll be right back. So you 3 are in culinary, and you just moved to you're in health assisting now. Okay. So you guys just went to a competition
For ProStart.
Tell me a little bit about what that was.
ProStart has 2 competitions, one in culinary and management. I participated in the culinary, where we had 1 hour to prepare a meal on 2 burners with no electricity.
How'd that go?
Went good. We made time. We got our plating done, but we didn't place, unfortunately.
See, I wouldn't even know where to start. So you guys, more power to y'all that you know how to do that. So did you guys both? Did all of you guys go on the?
I was going to go, but she had to drop out. But Amber was in the management.
All right, and then I'm gonna pass the microphone over to Amber. And Amber, tell me a little bit about the management side of it.
Well, for management, you had to do a written proposal and design your own restaurant. And you had to go up to like 7 judges and make a speech of what it was all about.
And so, and how long did you guys have to do? I mean, was it a time like the culinary competition was?
The speech had to be about like 10 minutes or less, and all of our parts had to be like about 2 minutes each.
Okay. And did you guys place either?
No, but I think we did pretty good, and it was a great learning experience, and I had a good time.
Absolutely. And Ashley, I remember seeing you at Skills. You placed second in the district for restaurant service. Unfortunately, me and Ashley don't get to go to states this year because we placed second and not first. But we'll get there next year. And now you're in health assisting. And so tell me a little bit about the health assisting program. I haven't had anybody from health assisting over here.
Well, the health assisting program is for the younger children that can't go into the actual LPN learning class. And we prepare by learning out of the anatomy and physiology book. And we also learn the pathology terms. And we switch back and forth to go along with the pathology terms. And we do skills to help us get ready to work in a nursing home. And if we want to, we can come back to tech and do the LPN class and then move on to working in hospitals.
And so you just moved in there at the beginning of the semester, and do you like it?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
And so thank you guys all for coming on with me.
This is so wonderful to see our students so engaged, all dressed up, all professional, right? Very good on camera. Jade, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much.
I'm getting
Very
tired.
proud of you. It is exhausting, isn't it?
So you're from the, I'm just reading the shirt, the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture and Food Safety.
Yes.
That is a mouthful.
Yes, it is. Most people just consider me a health inspector, if you will.
Okay.
But technically, I'm a food sanitarian. I serve on the board of advisory board here for the academic side of things with Mr. Galuzzi's shop, and I find the school to be an exceptional resource for the area. I think it's the kitchen is second to none. I mean, I cover about 5 counties, and you'll be hard pressed to find a better kitchen than you would here, as far as equipment, modern equipment, and great instruction. I think.
Yeah. And I have absolutely, and I've seen their facility down there, and it's absolutely incredible. And you've been to Jeff Tech numerous times. What do you see the value of career technical education? I mean, what is your opinion on it?
Well, I think it's even more so that you're going to see the value of technical education, because we only need so many philosophers, as some of the presidential candidates have been saying lately. You know, we need people that boots on the ground. You know, the folks that the auto mechanics, the welders of the world, the food workers. I mean, there's I think there's a trend away from everybody going to college, and more folks going to technical schools to learn a trade and gain gainful employment.
Absolutely. And I know that really you don't have much affiliation with my shop being digital media arts. But, you know, do you see the value of a career in media?
Yeah, I think it's, media is where it's at now. If you look at, these kids, it's hard to get these, the next generation of kids off media. I mean, so unfortunately, it's, maybe fortunately for you, but unfortunately, I see our whole society, really with an emphasis on entertainment and media and advertising and all the things that you guys do so well, I must say. But yeah, it's quite impressive, your program.
Well, thank you. I take pride in that myself. Well, thank you so much for
all right, thank you.
Coming
nice
over here. And this is Timothy from the
State Department of Agriculture.
State Department of Agriculture, and we are coming to you live from the Jeff Tech Gymnasium, and we'll be right back. last year, I mean, what has your first year been here like?
It's been an amazing ride. It was the opportunity to come back at home, and it was the opportunity to do something really amazing with a lot of amazing people. So it's been kind of a wild.
And what are some of the things that we've accomplished since you've got here?
I think the biggest thing, I think today kind of drives home that focus on where students are going when they leave here.
Absolutely.
And I think that has been the returning focus to everything we've done in the past year. Opportunities and understanding what the employment environment is like in 2015 and now 2016.
And then hopefully 2017.
Yeah, and that was opening some new programs. We opened the HVAC and refrigeration. We opened the crafting, design, and engineering. And we've gotten that off the ground. We've got CDL off the ground, which is amazing to have our own CDL program.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so, Mr. Terry, I want us to talk more about co-op again, about how when we're a junior or senior, we can literally go out into the workforce in restaurant service or in retail. And tell us a little bit about your vision for what co-op should be.
Well, again, I think co-op is the point. Why did you come to Jeff Tech? You came to Jeff Tech to get ahead in your career, and being able to launch that your junior or your senior year. We've even had a few students go work at machine shops their sophomore year, and the amazing difference that makes for a student being able to get out there and get started and get ahead. I think that's the point. And we envision a world where 100% of our students are on co-op, out there already employed.
All right, do you have anything else before we close out this live feed? I've been on my feet for an hour and a half. And
I just think I would say you've done an amazing job as
Thank
always.
you so much.
We're so proud of you and so proud of this area, this digital media arts program. And just a wonderful day at Jeff Tech. And we encourage anybody out there to come see all the amazing things that are happening.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Philman.
Thank you.
And I think we're about to close out this broadcast. Again, I'm Jade Steele, and I'm coming to you live from the Jeff Tech Gymnasium for our 2016 Career Fair, and we'll see you next time.